Talking to women scientists in the Netherlands, it's clear that in 2012, combining a scientific career and a family remains a challenge. A so-called care gap prevents women scholars from maximizing their professional visibility, career development, and competitiveness after having children.
Here in the Netherlands, offering a family-friendly university environment is particularly important because the normal opinion in this country is that when you have a family, especially as a woman, you should put your family first and your professional ambitions second.
When we found out that I was pregnant, my partner and I both told, our bosses at work at a certain point that we were going to have a child. And his boss actually asked him, well, would you like a promotion then? Which, no one thought of asking me, of course. They was like, okay, well, she might want to start working part-time then. Women are then seen as less responsible employees. They don't need to provide for their child, but they need to care for it. Not that I wanted a promotion at that point in time, the whole pregnancy thing, and that's hard enough in itself. But still, I thought that it was very telling that, and this is actually also a much found result in scientific research, that men do better when they have children and women do worse.
In 2010, the Elsevier Foundation supported the University of Groningen with a $30,000 grant to organize a special childcare program. This program offers ad hoc childcare for conferences, guest lecturers, and researchers collaborating in international projects.
The University of Groningen has done a lot of things when it comes to work-life balance and women and their careers. We have a national childcare law here in the Netherlands, but it doesn't pay for these kinds of circumstances, and they're very specific for universities, of course, with international researchers. So that's another reason why I think other universities should really do something with it.
There is this particular course right here happening in Groningen at the moment. I know in the US, for instance, or in international conferences, you sometimes have these childcare facilities. So I contacted the University of Groningen whether they had something like that, and as it turned out they did, which I was very happy with, because it meant that I could take my son with me. We're staying in an apartment here, and he goes to childcare during the day while I'll take my course.
In many scientific disciplines, equal numbers of men and women earn PhDs. The postdoc phase, however, coincides with prime childbearing years and is marked by brutal hours, lack of job security, and repeated international assignments. It's at this stage that science loses so many talented women. In Europe, women only represent 15% of full professors. This is referred to as the leaky pipeline.
I also try to promote the position of women in science, because I believe that is really something we owe to the young female researchers. That means, for example, the kind of measures that could be realized thanks to the grant from the Elsevier Foundation. We try to offer childcare during the conferences. For example, I organized the big European Surface Science Conference, ECOS, in 2010. We had 700 participants and we had 8 babies.
I have never seen anything like it, and in fact my colleagues at Utrecht University are very impressed by this initiative.
It's really important to pass through the message. It's normal to have a family and to be professionally active, and it's not so difficult to create an environment where this is possible.